Hello everyone. I haven't uploaded a vlog in a while because there hasn't been too much to talk about, but I did upload 2 days ago, I think, a video where I did an unboxing of a Patreon box that I did get, so I'm really happy for that. And I am still practicing Japanese. I have not done it so much that I should do. I think I'm actually going to go through my reviews, because as you know, I use Wanikani. To be honest, I did not like Wanikani so much at the start, because for me I thought it was too slow. But now, after using it for around 2 months, or I think it is beginning to be 3 months now, I would say that I do really enjoy using it, and I have learned a lot by going through my reviews. So you don't need Wanikani to learn Japanese, obviously. You can actually just figure out the technique they use at Wanikani, and then you can either try to replicate it yourself, or you can use something called Anki. If you want to give Wanikani a chance, I would suggest doing that, but don't only use Wanikani. Wanikani is good to learn kanji and vocabulary, but it doesn't learn so many other things. So what I suggest is that you use Wanikani, and then you also use other resources, like for example Anki. And Anki is free. Wanikani is free upon level 3 or 4, I think. But that takes quite a while to go to. Like I said, Wanikani is very slow. So in the beginning you will get very little reviews, and it will take you at least a month to, I think actually more than a month, to go to level 3 or 4. It really depends on how much you study and how accurate your answer is. If they are really accurate, I guess you can do it pretty fast, but if you are a beginner like me, it takes some time to get used to it. I still struggle. I'm only on level 6 now. Lately I am kind of struggling now because the kanji is beginning to get a little bit harder and there's a lot more to remember. So that is something I will be better on. I have to admit that I have used Wanikani too much. I should also use other resources. But what I really like about Anki is that you are actually able to make your own decks. You can also download from others. I do not recommend that because it is better to make your own. When you make your own, you also learn to remember the things you have written, and you also get used to it. If you download something that someone already have made, you have to learn everything, and you have not made it yourself, so it will not be as personal as it will be if you make it yourself. And it is really easy to make. It takes time if you want it to look okay, but if you just take the time to do it, it will be good. I have taken Japanese RPG games, and then I have screen capture it, and then I take pictures of the text and I put it in the Anki, and then I either use a copy that I own of the game in English, and then I make a screen capture of the game in English, and then I take picture of the text again. So then I get the Japanese text and the English translation. Now, what is kind of an issue with that is that sometimes the English translation is really, really bad. But you're a beginner, so I think in the start it is good. What other thing I do is that after I've done that, I have like I always show the Japanese text first, because that is what I want to learn. And then I make like a text box that you can write in the answer what it means, and then Anki will tell you if you have written it wrong or right. And if you have written it right, you will get that fast flashcard complete. I think that is a good way to learn. I think that's a good way to learn sentences, and kind of a way to also practice your translation. And when you have gotten enough text boxes and made enough flashcards, there will be so much random. So in the end, you have to like understand what it says. But that is the benefit with using RTK, Remember the Kanji, or books that explains what the kanjis means, or sites like Wanikani, where you also learn the meaning of the kanji and the vocabulary. But there is many different meaning to a kanji, so if you just learn the basic, you should be able to read a lot, or at least comprehend the text, so you kind of like understand what is going on. And I like that, like I did with the last video, where I was trying to translate what is said in the red box. I don't know if it was right or not, but I think I was pretty close. I was a little bit because first I took that soul, because the last was soul. I took that there was, maybe they meant like an African soul, but if I remember right, soul is also the Japanese word for elephant. So I think it says that the African elephant has a long nose and big ears. And what I did not show in the video, that was also pretty cool, was that in the back of the book they even had a display of a person, and then it's told all the names for ear, eyes, nose, mouth, teeth, and stuff like that. And what you can do then was that you can write the kanjis for each body part. Now I know most of them. I think it's Mimi. Oh yeah, please understand that I pronounced maybe the words wrong. My Japanese is not that good, so when it comes to pronunciation, I do struggle. So yeah, I think it's Mimi, Hana, Me, Kuchi, Ha, Ta. I don't have any hair on my head right now, but hair is hair, so it will be Ta, I think. But I think it is another word for it too. I don't think I have learned it yet in Monikani, but I have learned it from before. Kame, I think it is Kame. Kame, but I might be wrong, so please don't. Please understand that. I really like that. And there was also some information that I read about elephants in the book, and I didn't understand some of it, but I have not learned too much about sentences yet. There are still words where I'm like, I don't understand this. I have not practiced enough reading. To be honest, I have focused a lot on kanji, so that is what I am working on. What ordinary Japanese people that study when they go out of high school, they learn around 2,000 kanjis. I think 2,500 or something. That is what you need to understand if you want to be fluent in Japanese. Kind of like, if you can understand all the 2,500 kanjis, you will be good enough to read newspapers and play video games and do ordinary works and instructions. And obviously, if you can read, you will also, if you have not worked on it, you will at least later on learn to listen, because you know the words. Maybe you cannot pronounce them, but you do know the words, so you will be able to have a conversation later on. If you want to learn all the kanjis, and this is something that all the time adds on to become more and more, but what I have heard is that there is over 50,000 kanjis if you want to be at a very, very high level. But you don't need that. That is just if you want to become a professor in the language, I guess. Then I guess you will at least have a pretty high level. Like in Norwegian, like in English, like in every kind of language, the language will always improve and become sometimes better, but most of the time better. Here in Norway, I would say that the Norwegian language is really starting to decrease. It was a very good language, but now we are starting to get too much influence by America, and there is a lot of American words that we use in Norwegian. So what researchers has been a little bit scared about is that in maybe 100 years or something like that, ordinary Norwegian will be it won't exist anymore. It will be like norrønsk. It will die out. And that is, of course, because of the media and because of how people learn to talk and stuff like that. You can hear a pretty big difference between the Norwegian that is today and the Norwegian that was in the 1970s. It was a much more intelligent language, I would say. You really can hear the difference. But yeah, I guess the only way to at least try to change that is to write literature that is keeping the language at a good level. But yeah, it is a fight that is kind of impossible to win, because everywhere they start to ruin the language, for me personally. Like, for example, if you're going to say the sun in Norwegian, so I would say solen, but what is become the ordinary way to say solen is sola. Or if I was going to say the door, it would be døren. But what we say now, most of the people say døra. I really don't like A at the end of the sentences, because that is not how it should be for me personally. But yeah, I'm not going to go into that topic because there is a lot of people that would not agree on that. But I hear this all the time, and some people do it constantly, almost like to protest and show that, you know what, we don't care about the right, or to be honest, there's no right or wrong way to say it. You can say sola or døra, but for me it's like, no. So that is just a little bit about language, and I guess it will be better. And one thing that I also see now that I don't like is that things that is grammatically wrong has been more accepted, and people just like say it all the time. They don't care, and if you say that this is not the way to say it, they will be like, but you do understand what I mean, right? But I guess I see this because Norwegian is my native language. So obviously I know a lot more about how to say things right in Norwegian than I would, for example, in English. I guess I say things wrong all the time in English, and I almost said I was going to say that it's okay. I guess it's not. And it just doesn't bother me that much, you know, like it does with my native language. I think you would be the same in English if you said something wrong in English and you know this is the wrong way to say it, you will also be like, no, this is not right. But if you speak another language, some people are perfectionists and need it to be so accurate as possible. Most people, I think, don't really care that much. Usually I can hear if I say something wrong in English. I usually hear it after I watched my video, and then I'm like, oh no, this was wrong, I shouldn't say it like that. I do really hope that I get the job that I might at least get to be at tomorrow. And that is just meeting to just like talk about things, and after that I have to introduce myself to this person, and then we will talk about maybe working there for a period of time, and hopefully he likes me and he feel like he can introduce me to this place. And if I am able to work there, that would be awesome, especially since there is a possibility of getting work. I am very excited, but like someone told me, is that I should not be that excited, because what if they will not give you that chance? Then you will just get depressed again. So but I am excited because I do really hope that I get that job. This could be an opportunity that I won't let pass. I've been thinking of maybe writing a post on social media, just to like tell people that, hello, I am looking for a job. Is there anyone that wants to hire me? And just write a little bit information about who I am and what my experience has been. So I hope everyone is okay. I am okay today. Today has not been a good day or a bad day, so I don't have anything to complain about. I just need to practice Japanese and be finished with that. And after that, I guess I should read a little bit. Now, I have pre-ordered Final Fantasy VIII, So I'm really excited to play that, the remaster. I have never finished Final Fantasy VIII. I did come pretty far in it when I was young. I think it came out when I was around 10 or 11 years old. But my English was not very good back then, so I think I understand some of it, but very little. So it took me ages to get through the game, and I remember liking the combat system so much that I played it for hours just to fight, you know. And I actually managed to get to... I just got to the third disc, and after that I stopped playing it. I can't remember why I stopped it, but I did stop playing it after I reached it level that I reached at disc 3. I think the reason for it was that it took me so long to at the end of disc 2 because I did not understand anything that was happening. So when I finally figured it out, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a break from the game. And it took a long break. I am excited to see how the game is. It looks pretty good. It doesn't seem like they've done too much with it. It seems like they have redesigned the characters a little bit to look more realistic, or at least not that pixelated that they have done before. The cutscene seems to be also improved with higher resolution. Thank you for watching. My battery is running out, and I will keep you updated. I don't know if I will upload anything before I have been at the meeting, but if I haven't, I will upload later, I guess. Have a nice day, and bye bye.